can get a new 24 RAV4 and get low 4.99 APR financing.
Or lease a RAV4 from $339 a month with 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Book your room now. Toyota. Let's go places.
He's a mind reader.
On WZMQ CBS.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, a special session today for the State House of Representatives. We're in Lansing to hear what they talked about for their only scheduled meeting this fall so far. Plus, Negaunee is showing off some of the recent upgrades to their downtown. We'll show you some of them and what's to come this weekend. And Jewish students at Cornell University are feeling unsafe after a recent attack. We're live in Washington, D.C. with the latest. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
The clouds have stayed away for the most part as we enjoy another sunny day in the UP air. Can we expect that to continue?
Well, the good news is, yeah, we've had a lot of sunshine today. The bad news is when we don't have a lot of cloud coverage, we see some very cool temperatures. We won't be as chilly as yesterday evening. Here's a look at those current temperatures in the 60s and 70s, but we will be chilling out a little bit. I've also got your current leaf color outlook on the way, as well as foggy conditions, which we can expect for possibly a few days. That's after the break.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Sarah. The State House of Representatives is still meeting for a special session today, taking a break from campaigning to vote on some major pieces of legislation for their only scheduled session for the fall. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy is on the House floor today with more on the work lawmakers are rushing to complete before the election.
With all 110 seats up for re-election, representatives have returned for the first time since June, taking a break from campaigning in their home districts.
I think today is probably more of a political statement than anything. I mean, we're meeting for one day.
A few bills did enter the House floor. After facing widespread criticism for cuts in this year's education budget, House Democrats introduced a bill package that would allow schools to use the funds more flexibly.
Our rural and city schools are going to receive money they need for classroom safety and these critical mental health resources. I'm proud to say that the Michigan Democrats are following up and keeping Upers involved and engaged.
Another new piece of legislation is called Jordan D's Law and would criminalize sextortion and introduce more resources for students and teachers.
I think it's important that Jordan's legacy lives on here right in our backyard, along with national change.
With just a day to address months of legislation, there were some anticipated bills that weren't addressed.
If we were serious about doing legislative fixes, we'd be working in a bipartisan way. We'd be attacking corrections right off the bat. We would have fully restored funding for mental health and for our school resource officers.
While the Senate is still holding regular sessions, the fate of the House will depend on the outcome of the November election. With Democrats currently holding a majority by just 2 seats, Republicans will have a chance to regain control, an outcome that will decide the House's schedule for the rest of the fall. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The city of Negaunee is going through a renaissance of their downtown. City officials announced yesterday the completion of their streetscape project. The $3.4 million project includes upgrades to water and sewer lines, pavement, and lighting along Iron Street. There's also outdoor meeting and dining spaces, food truck electrical hookups, cell phone and e-bike charging stations, and new sidewalks. Negaunee City Manager Nate Hefferon believes these improvements will attract new businesses to downtown Negaunee.
By more businesses moving into downtown, we're having more jobs, where more people are coming to our downtown because they're attracted to these spaces. They're going to go to these businesses and they're going to have the ability then to invest in their business even more.
The official grand reveal will take place this Saturday during Fall Fest when the statue honoring Negaunee's firefighters is unveiled. Absentee ballots for Dickinson County voters will be delayed. County Clerk Carol Bronzik tells WZMQ the company responsible for printing the ballots was unable to meet the September 26th deadline due to changes to state and local races. Ballots were supposed to be mailed out by Friday, but that is no longer the case. Bronzik says she doesn't have an exact timeline for when the ballots will go out, but reassured that voters in Dickinson County will still have the month of October to cast their ballots. You can view what's on your ballot at michigan.gov/vote. And don't forget, the vice presidential debate is next Tuesday, October 1st on WZMQ 19 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. CBS will host the debate between J.D. Vance and Tim Walz at the CBS Broadcast Center in New York City. WZMQ's Washington, D.C. correspondents Rachel Knapp and Brendan Scanlon will be live there and will bring us reports from New York. Again, that's next Tuesday only on WZMQ 19 News. And developing now, a New York congresswoman is concerned about the safety of Jewish students at the prestigious Cornell University following recent vandalism on campus and the university's decision to reinstate a professor after he was criticized for his comments following the Hamas attack on Israel last October. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp now joins us live. Rachel, good evening.
And good evening, Kevin. So Cornell University was in the national spotlight last year after a Cornell student threatened to kill Jewish students. And ever since the new school year started, there have been a couple of incidents. That's what I spoke with Congresswoman Claudia Tenney about. She is raising questions and concerns about the university's efforts to make sure Jewish students are protected.
I heard a lot of students feel unsafe and they don't feel they're protected, particularly Jewish students. They don't feel free to express themselves.
New York Representative Claudia Tenney recently sent a letter to Cornell University's interim president on a slew of issues that have been brought up since the new semester started in August. On the first day of school, the Cornell Daily Sun reported activists sprayed painted, quote, "Israel bombs, Cornell pays," and "Blood is on your hands," along the front of Day Hall on campus. She is also concerned about the university's decision to reinstate Professor Russell Rickford, an associate professor of history. Other outlets report Rickford called the October 7th Hamas terrorist attacks in Israel as, quote, exhilarating. Cornell declined an interview but sent us a statement, saying in part Professor Rickford made a horrific comment at an off-campus rally. His comment was reprehensible and demonstrated a complete disregard for humanity. They add they have a process for considering whether public statements such as those expressed off campus by the professor at a political rally fall under the category of protected speech, or rather demonstrate prohibited bias, discrimination, or harassment. They concluded that his comments were made as a private citizen in his free time, and the conduct to the incident did not meet that high bar.
Certainly, as American citizens, we have the right to free speech, but free speech that involves violent conduct, inciting violent conduct, and continuing to see aggression towards and targeting towards individual groups is not necessarily protected speech. So that's where I'm looking into Cornell to keep the students safe, let everyone, regardless of where they come from, regardless of what they believe in, come to Cornell and be able to be in a safe, non-discriminatory learning environment.
And Kevin, Professor Rickford did go on a voluntary leave of absence last academic year, and he has since apologized. We do have all of Representative Claudia Tenney's questions for the university on our website. We also have the full statement from Cornell University on our website as well. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Rachel. Appreciate the coverage. And your first warning weather forecast is coming up after the break. Plus, Megan O'Connor joins us for What's Up with Megan. She'll tell us about some upcoming events in the area, including the Alzheimer's Walk this weekend. We'll be right back after this.
John's Auto has been voted the #1 dealer to buy pre-owned vehicle for longer than I've been alive. If you're looking for a vehicle, or if you're looking for someone to help with your current car, or if you need to get yours looking like new again, come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
This is a game, but the most important thing is to make sure I'm at the top.
You don't gotta lie to all of us.
Lying to all of you?
Yeah.
It would probably help me to be underestimated.
You playing checkers, I'm playing chess.
I don't want these people to know my military experience. I want everybody to think I'm just a mom.
I just don't want to be blindsided. You lied to everybody.
You're holding a grudge against me? I'm here to ruin lives.
The Summit, premiere sneak peek CBS Sunday and streaming on Paramount Plus. Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to
spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
The devil is always in the details. Forensic Factor.
Is your parents' car sounding funny? Do you hear any clunks, rattles, squeaks, or leaks? Tell them to call John's Auto Service Department for fast, friendly, and affordable service. Come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Recliners, recliners, recliners. Nobody gives you more choices than Shunk Furniture Marquette. There's a tremendous selection of high-leg recliners in stock or custom order. We have the largest selection of La-Z-Boy rocker recliners, hundreds of styles, sizes, and colors to choose from. And a great selection of leather and leather power recliners, all here for you to try. We have big chairs like the Beast and small chairs that will fit just about anywhere. They're all 25 to 35% off. Shop Shunks at Marquette today.
Now, award-winning WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with Air Stasic.
Are you digging those current temperatures that we've been dealing with, which are actually above normal? That's going to continue into next week as well, believe it or not. The fog, that's going to hang out for a little bit. I'm going to time it out for our morning. And then if we see any rain, it's most likely going to be next week. We're talking Monday, Tuesday chances there. And then just so you can mark your calendars, especially here in Marquette, we've got that leaf pickup, or leaves pickup, I should say. We definitely have more than one leaf in my yard. That is going to be the end of October. Something to mark on your calendar. So lots of fog concentrated further to the east is what we're expecting. However, we could even see it here in Marquette along that Superior coastline as well. And then we've got chances of it again on Thursday night as well as Friday. So the fog is really digging it here. Temperatures right now in those upper 60s, lower 70s. We still have fairly calm winds, a little bit of variation there, but starting to move from the west, and a cool night ahead where we could see some mid 40s along that Wisconsin border, but overall most of us in the 50s, mostly clear skies, and yes, northern lights possibly out there for you as well. Here in Marquette, moving from our Wednesday evening into Thursday, if we see any fog, it could be around 8 a.m., but otherwise we're looking at mostly sunshine across the entire UP with the exception of Sault Ste. Marie, where they could have that fog extending further into the day, but those temperatures still fairly warm. Now, the leaf color forecast at the moment, this is actually current of September 23rd, earlier this week. Right now, looks like the central portions there are seeing a little bit more change than everybody else. And remember, our peak color time is usually that first and middle week of October. But if you're looking to clean up your yard in Republic, where they have had some extensive leaf color changes, it looks like Thursday through Saturday are some really good days. However, your high in Republic on Friday looks around 80 degrees, so if you don't like that kind of heat, maybe stick to Thursday or Saturday, and then those winds should be fairly calm again. Really dry conditions expected into our weekend. Speaking of the weekend, Saturday is that walk to end Alzheimer's here, sponsored by WZMQ 19 News at the Lower Harbor Park. Make sure you check out that new Kids Cove, but those temperatures should be in the 60s. We're looking at more sunshine, maybe a cloud or two covering overhead. But again, we've got clear conditions for the most part, even into the weekend. So a fairly nice fall forecast. If we see any sprinkles, it's most likely going to be over Lake Superior there until next week. Taking a look at what we've got ahead for our 7-day here in Marquette. These temperatures, I'm digging them. We've got 70s, 60s, and then again, our chance of showers is looking like next Tuesday.
I'm digging those temps too, Air. Thanks very much. And coming up next on Insights, Northern Michigan University and AUP Bank are working together to teach young students about finances and preparing them for the future. We're talking with Honor Credit Union about the part they're playing. That conversation is in 2 minutes.
My husband and I are going through IVF treatments now. It could be our only chance to have a family. But Donald Trump's plan could ban IVF in some states. My husband is in the military. He volunteered to serve. We are patriots and we go where he is assigned. What if we end up in a state where IVF is no longer legal? What will we do then?
I'm Kamala Harris and I approve this message.
When you're spending sunrise to sunset with somebody, it's impossible to ignore it.
Don't talk about me. He's a lot.
The new season of Survivor is just beginning.
Facing death has put me in a completely different mindset.
It's giving toxic clingy boyfriend.
I don't owe her an apology.
Unbelievable.
Survivor, new tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
That westerly wind.
For over 30 years, I was in your living room, bringing you tomorrow's weather through tough storms and sunny days. I'm running for state representative to fight for the UP and put Peninsula over politics. Our current forecast is gloomy, rising inflation and energy costs. People are struggling. My plan will lower the cost of energy, gas, and groceries and bring balance to Lansing. My forecast is for brighter days ahead.
At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, this is why we walk. This is why we walk. They're why we walk. And you know what? This is why we walk too. We walk in the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's because we're getting closer to beating this disease. But to get there, we need you. Join us. Hey!
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. It's a Wildcat Wednesday tonight on Insights. Northern Michigan University is teaming up with a UP bank to help high schoolers learn about being wise with their finances. And joining us tonight from Honor Credit Union, Jamie Glockner. All right, so we got an event coming up. Jamie, first of all, welcome. Thanks very much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, well, you are working with Northern Michigan University on an upcoming event. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we've been planning this for about a year with the NMU College of Business and with some assistance from the Michigan Credit Union Foundation, doing a financial reality fair for the high school students in Marquette.
So what is a financial reality fair? I had to make sure I looked down and get it right here.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
So basically what we're doing is we're taking 1 month or 30 days of adulting and cramming it into a 45-day segment or a 45-minute segment. So these high school students will be able to select an occupation. And from there, we'll give them a salary and a credit score. And they're going to different stations, navigating their life for their 30 days. They'll need to choose housing, transportation, food, whether you're dining out or you're eating in.
And for me, this is something I wish would have been available for me when I was in high school, because I don't think I learned anything about these kind of financial situations in my classes there. So tell me how important this kind of teaching is for young students.
It's so important. Schools have been doing a great job increasing their financial literacy, and we're trying to assist them from our side of things. Honor is really passionate about teaching young savers and kind of having them understand how to make those financial decisions.
Sure. What are some of the biggest key parts of finances that you will be teaching the kids?
How to buy a car. That's one of the key ideas coming out of high school, going into college, getting your first job, is buying that vehicle and learning how your credit score actually impacts that purchasing power.
Sure, yeah, and that was also something I had no idea how to do for a while, even after high school. So.
Right, it's a difference right now between a 5% interest rate or a 15-18% interest rate.
And also another big one, finding a place to live as well. Will you be going over, renting or maybe owning property at all?
Yeah, we'll be discussing with students whether they're living at home with roommates or purchasing a house. And, depending on what their financial picture looks like, they may have to go back to the credit union to kind of talk to our team members and, kind of figure out where do they need to make cuts. Maybe they don't need that Corvette. And kind of get the minivan, just to be within their household income.
Sure. And for a breakdown, or kind of just tell us, when is the fair actually, Jamie?
Yeah, so this the fair, reality fair, is on the Friday, the 27th at the NMU Northern Center.
All right, excellent. So for other schools that might be interested in this kind of thing, is there any suggestion you would have for them how they could do something similar?
Yeah, they can definitely reach out to me at Honor Credit Union. You can either go to our website or call our 800 number, 800-442-2800, and they'll track me down, and I can help them along.
All right, sounds like a plan. Jamie, thank you so much for coming in today. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate having me.
Absolutely. And coming up next on your 19 News, Mike Ludlam is in with your look at sports. He takes us to Escanaba for some high school girls tennis action. But first, here's your Upers United Volunteer Opportunity of the Day. Volunteers are needed for the breakfast shift at the Warming Center tomorrow from 8 to 11 a.m. That's in Marquette. Duties could include cooking, cleaning, and serving meals. To sign up to be a volunteer or check out other opportunities, just head to upersunited.com.
Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
It's hard to believe, but it's true. Even the liberal media was shocked Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners and illegal aliens.
Every transgender inmate would have access.
Kamala's for they, them. President Trump is for you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Shop hundreds of Lazy Boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture in Houghton today.
Save big money with these hot deals at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. Assorted packs of ball flower bulbs are just $2.49. All on food, only $9.99. 5 packs of paper, lawn and leaf bags are $1.99. Tide laundry detergent, only $7.99. Plus pumpkins are now available. Hurry, these hot deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get more hot deals plus the weekly flyer right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Mathis Court is in session.
On WZMQ CBS.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
D-E-P-R.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale.
Bipolar?
Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment.
Anxiety. I thought so.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Community-minded WZMQ 19, sponsor of the Marquette Farmers Market.
Good evening, everyone. The Great Northern Conference Girls Tennis Championship had mostly sunny skies in Delta County. We caught up with some of the action at Escanaba High School. We'll begin at first doubles, a semifinal between West Iron County and Marquette. Destiny Lemery and Olivia LeMay in the near court for West Iron. Peyton Plow and Lucy Stern for Marquette. And Marquette is going to get this point, bang, right there on the volley. Now, it didn't matter which side of the court the Marquette duo was on because the volleys were working very well. Stern will get the pert away here. Marquette won this match 6-1 and 6-1. Meanwhile, one court over, also first doubles, Kingsford's Libby Voss and Aubrey Veal taking on Escanaba's Sonia Mackey and Anna Martin. And watch that cross-court forehand. No response to that one at all. Escanaba gets that point. But Kingsford would come back with a winner down the line. Flivers won this match 6-3 and 6-2. We'll let you know how the team scores came out tonight on your 11 o'clock news. Let's take a look at this week's UP volleyball poll for divisions 1 through 3. Calumet once again getting all 5 first place votes. In fact, Kingsford all the second place votes. Houghton and Marquette are tied for third with Escanaba in fifth. On the Division 4 side, Forest Park also unanimous number 1, followed by St. Ignace, UN Trout Creek, and Wakefield Marinisco are tied for third, and Lakeland and Hubble is in fifth place this week at 13 and 8. Tickets for the 58th Great Lakes Invitational Hockey Tournament go on sale this Friday at 10 in the morning. Fans can make purchases online at Ticketmaster.com and the Van Andel Arena, DeVos Place, and DeVos Performance Hall box office for the tournament on December 29th and 30th. Ticket pricing is based on a per-day basis, and tickets will be distributed on a mobile device. On-glass tickets are $75, lower bowl sections for $50 and $40, and student tickets are $15.50. Upper level tickets are $30, and that may be subject to change, and additional fees may apply. Michigan Tech, Michigan State, Northern Michigan, and Western Michigan are participating in this year's event. And in case you had not heard yet, the Minnesota Vikings Green Bay Packers game on Sunday will be seen right here on WZMQ. Kickoff is set for 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Central Time. That's all from here, Kevin.
All right, thanks very much, Mike. Let's find out what's up with Megan O'Connor and about how you can take a walk for a good cause this weekend.
Tonight on What's Up with Megan, we are walking to raise awareness and make a difference in Alzheimer's. The Walk to End Alzheimer's is gearing up for an impactful weekend at Elwood A. Matson Lower Harbor Park in Marquette. The event will kick off with registration at 9 a.m., followed by the opening ceremony at 10 a.m. The walk will commence immediately after the ceremony. All are welcomed and encouraged to participate in the walk, though you must register. While there is no registration fee, participants are encouraged to donate. All funds raised through the Walk to End Alzheimer's will benefit the Alzheimer's Association, a nonprofit dedicated to supporting care, research, and advocacy efforts for the Alzheimer's disease. Every registered participant will receive a promise garden flower, which symbolizes their personal connection to Alzheimer's. Blue for those living with Alzheimer's or another dementia, purple for individuals who have lost someone to the disease, yellow for those currently supporting or caring for someone with Alzheimer's, and orange for supporters of the cause. Join the Alzheimer's Association this weekend to make a meaningful difference in the fight against Alzheimer's. Your participation and support help advance crucial research and provide essential care for those affected by this challenging disease.
Thank you, Megan. And while the temps have been cooler, we're still enjoying a nice stretch of decent weather. Air tells us what else we can expect in the outlook after the break. We'll be right back.
Did I tell you I saw Carl Bodak on the street the other day?
Whatever happened to him? Oh, he went off the deep end in conspiracy theories.
He said vaccines were like Nazi experiments.
He pushed people to take horse dewormer.
And did you hear him attacking Ed McBroom?
Yeah, saying our elections were stolen.
He even thinks climate change is a hoax.
After the winters we've been having? Such a shame. It's sad to see a nice man go bad.
Why didn't we do this last year?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta? Remember the pain, canceled plans, the worry?
That was then. And look at me now.
You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making 0 migraine days possible. It's the only pill of its kind that blocks CGRP and is approved to prevent migraine of any frequency, to help give you that forget you get migraine feeling.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
Washington liberals like Kamala Harris are hurting our economy. They promote radical policies that raise taxes and increase inflation, while families in northern Michigan and the UP struggle with higher gas and food costs. Send this Marine general back to Congress. I'll keep fighting to lower taxes, cut wasteful spending, and promote policies that reduce inflation. Together, we can grow our economy and put northern Michigan and the UP first. I'm Jack Bergman, and I approve this message.
The sun is out, won't go away. Feel the clouds on your shoulder. Touch the sky, feeling bolder. Going out, going all the way. Going high, yeah, yeah, high, yeah, yeah. Going out, going all the way. Going high, high, high. Going all the way, going up. Going all the way, going up. Going all the way, going high.
Give your old items new life. Donate to your local Goodwill.
Another golden, glorious sunset on Lake Michigan, courtesy of that Zoom cam down there in Manistee. Oh, so beautiful. We're looking at lows in the upper 40s to mostly 50s across the UP. Clear skies expected, but we do have that fog also on the way overnight into our Thursday morning, could return Thursday evening, and we could see it again on Friday. But overall, we've got sunny skies and lovely temperatures. And coming up this weekend, Fall Fest in Negaunee. Head over there, looking really pretty as well.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sarah. Despite a tough summer for farmers, a pumpkin patch in Bark River says the selling season is off to a strong start. According to the owner of Porth Pumpkin Patch, June showers led to washouts, making this year's crop about a third smaller than last year's. However, the farm grows more than 100 varieties of pumpkins and gourds, with some even resistant to fungus and bacteria, so there's still a wide range to choose from. The patch also has ornamental corn stalks, photo opportunities, and farm animals for guests looking for a full day of fall fun.
With such a small community, most of us know each other, and we've been part of this community, my husband's family, for over 100 years. So it's like, oh, when are the pumpkins coming? How long is it going to be? And we always come to you guys and get pumpkins, so we get really excited about it too.
Porth Pumpkin Patch is open daily during daylight hours, and that's all we have for now. We'll see you later.